this is Jimmy.
Nuclear launch detected.
Right on.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Polypoid, it's going to be a rematch from the SSL 1 season finals. It's going to be SOULKEY and Sharp. RJB dug this replay out, and either SOULKEY fans are happy or Sharp fans are happy. Based on the results of the SSL 1 finals, I'm casting this before they show up, man. So, bottom right, it's going to be SOULKEY, our yellow Zerg player. Bottom left, it's going to be Sharp. Again, here on Polypoid, this is a late 2023, early 2024 replay. So, not, you know, not like last week or anything, but definitely a recent match between these two players at the top of their game right now, based on their SSL performance. Alrighty then. So, Terry the Overlord scouting the wrong direction. That's okay, Terry. That helps him stay alive. No proxies here from Sharp. And yeah, you know this map. There are so many casts of Brood War on Polypoid. You could probably draw a map of it in your sleep, can't you? Yeah, I think so. I think that you can. All right, so what's going to go on here in this TVZ? It's going to be a hatch first play here from SOULKEY on this 4-player map. A barracks coming up inside the main base. No early gas here from Sharp. And while they are macroing up here, let's have a word from today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is Pulsit. There's a link in the description for you to sign up. It is a new social media site made by a huge StarCraft fan. He is sponsoring this cast and some other casts this week. And yeah, it's just a social media platform that is based around polling. Important questions like, will Flash qualify for SSL 2? Or will SOULKEY become the new Bonjour in Brood War? Or stuff about politics, if you're interested in that. The election is, at this point, I think, let's see, I'm going to post this. It's either over or imminent anyway, so there are a lot of political questions here going on, but I feel like after the election, maybe it'll calm down, right? We've got stuff about fantasy football. We have stuff about Windows games in here. You can sign up for Pulsit using your Google account or an email address, and every single one of you that signs up for a Pulsit account contributes to me getting a bonus from Pulsit, the advertiser. So hey, sign up for Pulsit. You can follow me there and answer questions like, will Flash qualify for SSL, yes or no? Pulsit, a new social media site sponsoring Falcon Paladin. Now, back to the cast. All right, thank you so much, Falcon, for that sponsor. Check it out again, Pulsit. There's a link in the description right to my channel page on Pulsit. And again, sign up. All right. So, hatch first in it, into barracks firsting it. Steve the SCB scouting out the wrong direction as well. That's what he has in common with Terry the Overlord. I think that's the only thing that he has in common, other than they are both in this StarCraft match. Pool coming up. And gas. Very, very good here, SOULKEY. Are you trying to get to Ultralisks? Are you trying to get to Ultralisks? Because that is the cheat code in TVZ now. Are you? And again, I have no idea what the results are from SSL 1. Maybe SOULKEY dominated. Maybe Sharp pulled it out. I do feel like SOULKEY was favored. But that doesn't mean that he will or did win, right? Tenses in English. Kind of tricky sometimes, especially when you're talking about something that happens in your future, but happens in the audiences that you're speaking to past. Yeah. YouTube, kind of a weird thing sometimes, right? So hit the like button if you're excited to see what's going on here between SOULKEY and Sharp. And check out RJB as well, man. Second Rax, SK Terran opening. 2-base Mutalisk opening here from SOULKEY. Yeah, and trying to build a full-time streaming career by casting Brood War, and maybe a little bit of StarCraft 2, but on the other channel, you don't have to see that. And did you know that? Did you know that I'm streaming Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? At different times as well. So, you know, if you're hankering for some Brood War, and the post that day did not tide you over, just go to youtube.com/Falcon Paladin and see if I'm live. There's a good chance that I am. And just say hi. I'll say hi back. Macro hatch. This is a 2 racks opening before Academy. That's why this Overlord is here, to see how many Marines are coming across and at what time. And SOULKEY is so good at knowing what the enemy is doing, which is sometimes hard in Brood War, right? You play it sometimes. It's hard. Even if you're playing the campaign, it's hard to know what the enemy is doing. Scouting is hard. Interpreting stuff is hard, but SOULKEY has made it into an art. Steve the SEV says, okay, got a macro hatch, very good. We got a spire, very good. No Hydralisk Den, no Hydra bust, no Hydra Lurker bust. That's good as well, because I am making so many Marines. So many. And Stim's almost done. And we've got medics. And, oh, killing these oh my gosh, no. No. Okay, so that would have been such a huge blow to Sharp. Ooh, an early fire bat. I like it. I like it a lot. We're just moving across and then pulling back to regroup with these medics. And this fire bat is here to make sure that these 4 lings do not get any more kills. Okay, never mind. Killed the SCV. Why was an SCV in that group? Are we going to try to throw down a bunker right here? I don't know. So Mutalisk's on the way. Missile turret's on the way as well, as you could probably decipher. Speedlings. Mutalisks. Mutaling, an exceptionally classic composition dating back to early 1998, pretty much as soon as StarCraft released. People said, Mutalisks can fly and hit air and ground. Lings can hit ground. They're both fast. They're both about the same speed. And Lings cost minerals, and Mutalisks cost minerals and gas. There's some nice synergy there. And thus, Mutaling was born. And because there were no Valkyries, and because there were no Corsairs, Mutaling was so overpowered in StarCraft. So overpowered that in Brood War, they had to nerf it by making units that would counter it. But will we see Valkyries here from Sharp? Maybe. We do have a factory coming up. Maybe we'll see an armory. Maybe we'll see a starport and a control tower and then a couple of Valkyries. That would be cool. It's a good way to deal with these soon-to-be +1 Mutalisks, I can tell you that much. All right, so third base at the top right. So high ground third base instead of low ground third base. I still have no idea why they choose high ground or why they choose low ground. What's the difference? I mean, is it something that Sharp is doing here? Or is it just, flip a coin? Because I did cast another SOULKEY and Sharp game that I posted on Friday of last week before SSL 1, which you should check out. It was a great game. But it's pretty much the same thing. It was a 4-player map. It's on retro. And our guy SOULKEY throws up the third base on the low ground and gets the fourth base on the high ground. So, I mean, it was SK Terran opening. It's exactly what Sharp was doing here. And it's the same opponent. So I don't... It's just gotta be just whim, right? Just whatever I want to do, says SOULKEY. I'm the master of my own fate. I'm gonna go ahead and throw up my third base on the high ground this game. It was a different map, but it's the same gosh darn thing. It's the exact same thing. It's not any easier to hold this gap than it was to hold the other gap. Well, I don't know. I don't even know what we're looking at here today. Okay, well, first push gets wiped out by Sharp, by Lings and Mutalisks. So Sharp is behind now, especially because this third base is coming up and there is nothing to threaten it. Nothing at all. We got a science facility going on. Scanning the main base. Oh, look. A hive is coming up, says Sharp. Oh, goody. Ultralisks into my future. Just so sad, right? 2-star port, science facility, no armory, no Valkyries today, which is very, very good news for these Mutalisks. Yeah. And +1 is done, so they are very, very brave right now. Yoink. That's right. Die. Die, Marines. Die, say the Mutalisks. Okay, as the hive's coming in, everything's cool. Man, can I just say that I think becoming a full-time streamer with, like, advertisers and stuff is kind of becoming a full-time job for me. So I certainly hope that this works out for me, that I can pay my mortgage, I can feed my kids, right? We can do all sorts of great stuff we could do before when I had a full-time job at a tech company with streaming. Because if I can do that, I'm going to be stoked. I'm going to be so... This is fun. This is fun for me. And you guys enjoy it, too, because you're here. So, I mean, it's a win-win for everyone. If I could be streaming more often, that's more StarCraft content for you, and I can stay at home, and it's just a great time for everybody. Defiler Mound coming in. So, I mean, this is the time where Sharp is feeling maybe best about what's going on right now, right? It's before Plague shows up. It's before Dark Swarm shows up. It's before Ultras show up with chitinous plating. But just no threat at all to this third base. And I mean, that means the fourth base is going to be pretty easy to take too. This is the time when spellcasters exist for the Terran and no spellcasters exist for the Zerg, right? That's what's important right now. Consume's coming in. It's a very small window. And dropships are on their way too from Sharp. So drops could be a big play of this. A way to get back into the game can definitely be dropships. There's the Irradiate. Not the greatest split either. Okay, so that hurt a bunch of these mutas. A lot of them are on the brink of death here. 5 hit points on one of those. But it's delay, right? It's delay tactics. It's wait until Consume is done. Wait until Dark Swarm is up. And then suddenly you can't do much about this choke point at all when Dark Swarm exists. Really only just had to invest in one Sunken today. Absolutely brutal. Lurker aspects coming in. He scans the main base and goes for the drop. Okay, Scourge out of position to get these drop ships. Big time drop here from Sharp. This is the kind of stuff that can win a game against SOULKEY. Lurkers burrow in. Scourge want those drop ships. Oh, they get one of them. Not the two. Here's the attack. Spawning pool under fire. Extractor under fire. Not really target firing all that well. And the mutas dive in and lings and clear this thing out. Okay, then to push at the front. Maybe could have pushed in here too. Are there any lurkers at the front? Absolutely. There are 4 lurkers right here with an overlord perched on top of them. So SOULKEY knew, I'm not going to panic. I'm not going to pull everything I've got into the main base to try to stop this. I've got enough to deal with it. We're going to save the extractor. We're going to save the spawning pool. We're going to save this macro hatch, and everything's going to be just fine by me. So that was pretty well defended by SOULKEY, considering he didn't really get the drop on time. The drop unloaded. But again, I don't think Sharp did as good of a job just target firing things he wanted to target fire. He probably could have killed the spawning pool if he had targeted that thing. So, Dreno's coming in. Plague's coming in. Further upgrades on the way from the Marines. Another drop attempt here up at the third base. There are mutas here. There are Scourge here. It is a 3 dropship. I mean, the drops from Sharp today. I like it. I'm a huge mega fan. One of the dropships gets wiped out immediately. And are we unloading inside Dark? All right. Nope. That wasn't it either, guy. I love you, Sharp. I like how you're playing right, for the most part, but that was not it, as the kids would say. That is not it, Chief. Ultralisk Cavern. And then we're going to get chitinous plating, and SOULKEY's just weathering these initial attacks. He's got Plague now. He's got all the tools in the toolbox any Zerg could ever want. He's going to get a 4th base. A 3rd base is coming up here. High ground on Polypoid. That's a big deal. It's a big deal for sure. Consume. Oh, Plague got tossed down. Oh, gosh, these medics. Okay. Oh, all right. Man, cost efficiency of attacking plagued stuff through the roof here. And there's chitinous plating getting fired up. So, 1+1 carapace is already done. SOULKEY is planning for that 5 armor to be part of the play here, which just negates so much of the marine attack. I mean, Dark Swarm does even more. Look at this little wing attack. Look at it. Look how tiny it is. I mean, it's going to get barely anything done. It's going to kill a single SC. No, does not even kill the SCD. That was really well executed by Sharp. Big fan of that. Huge fan of that. Lings checking to make sure no bases up here are being taken. Good scout. Maybe swinging on down here, but again, good positioning to cover the third base and the natural base here from Sharp, and a bit of a contained setup here on SOULKEY. Again, the longer you keep SOULKEY on his side of the map, the better it is for you, folks. Duh, and as soon as the approach happens, there's the Dark Swarm. That's it. And all he can do is irradiate, and pretty nice. Ooh, nice juke on that science vessel. You see that? Shoof, shoof. Juking around that Scourge, not allowing it to get anything done at all. Burrow's on the way. Maybe worried about getting eraser maneuvered or boxer maneuvered. Depending on your age, that's what you would call it. Because Burrow does stop the boxer maneuver from doing anything. Another plague, and can we dodge this time? No. Some Scourge got killed anyway, so that was nice. Is he? He's going for it. The Dark Swarm. Look at the timing there from Sharp. He knew when that Dark Swarm was going to wear off, and then it immediately pops back on. A plague catches you. A lot of Lings die, but there's no busting in here at all. Ooh, good snipe on that Defiler. Wiggled out a little bit too far from its hidey hole. Fourth base coming in left side. Okay, Sharp. I like the third base. I love the fourth base from you. Even base count against a Zerg player is a pretty good place to be. It's just the problem that there are 4 Ultralisks in production. And they've got 5 armor with 6 armor on the way. And Anabolic Synthesis is coming in next. And your answer to Ultralisks right now is irradiate and 8,000 bullets from the Marines' guns. That is your entire strategy right here. It's going to come down to keeping science vessels alive, which you've done an okay job with today, not the best. Right? When Flash wins games like this against a Ling Ultra Zerg player and looks unstoppable, it's because he has like 16 science vessels. It really is. I'm not exaggerating. He'll have 16 science vessels, and every Ultra that comes out immediately catches an irradiate. Immediately. There's no, oh, I don't have enough energy in my science vessel to do that. Nope! Irradiate happens, and guess what? An irradiated Ultralisk with less than half of its HP remaining is amazing. Truly, truly incredible here. Man, this is just... I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, Terran guys. Like, look at this. Lings and Ultras flooding across the map. They've got the armor. They've got the stuff. The irradiates are good. Like, you're getting some work done here. The good irradiates. Every Scourge that dies means a science vessel gets its wings. And this is maybe a little bit problematic for SOULKEY, right? Even base count against a Terran player. 53 to 55 workers. Terran's up. He's up on economy. He's got a ton of gas. He can produce science vessels at a high clip. He's making 2 at a time right now, and he's getting a physics lab. So he's trying to counter your Ultras with battle cruisers, right? Remember when I said the only thing that really counters Ultralisks with this build is irradiate and machine bullets? Machine gun bullets? No. It actually does also come out to battle cruisers sometimes, doing big swings, big chonky attacks against these Ultralisks. Invincible Ultralisk versus Bunker. A couple more science vessels just died there because of course they did. And a Firebat not going to do anything. I mean, Sharp trying to bust in here feels really, really, really difficult. Oh, this Muta flock willing to die to kill these science vessels. These guys were not plagued, otherwise they would absolutely be dead. And it's a chase back, and Sharp can't bust into this position at all. He's kind of winning this. Sort of like that from him. Right? I mean, the man's got the 3 attack. Like, what else do you want from him? Right side base coming in here too. But there you go. Dark Swarm pops up. Everybody dies. I can't believe there's not a Mutalisk ready to kill these science vessels, but there simply seems not to be. All right. 5th base is rolling. Another starport coming up, because guess what? We're making battle cruisers, folks. That's what we're trying to do here. There's a bit of a battle cruiser curse in the world. I'm going to try to expand down here or try to take this base. That might be worth it as well. He is catching some early irradiates. Again, early and often on these Ultralisks is how we want to do this thing from the Terran perspective. Those guys had no chance whatsoever. Scourge connecting. Scourge connecting again. Another science vessel dead, and the yellow is encroaching deeper and deeper on the bottom left of the map here. They're coming across the middle. I mean, they're falling back, but not too far. Have a Dark Swarm to fall back to. Terran can't push through that. He has to go around it or over it or something. Another base would be good. Sharp's doing okay here, right? 190 to 149 supply. SOULKEY is up. Yeah, I mean, sure. If you want to donate like 20 Zerglings to us, what is this? This is like the free Ling buffet, all you can eat crackling buffet, getting nothing done. That was like 40 supply of Zerglings. What the heck, man? And these ones are going to die too. There's a fire bat in this bunker. There's no Dark Swarm to save you. Okay, fine. So yeah, I guess if SOULKEY wants to sacrifice 40 supply for nothing, Sharp can get back in this game. No big deal. Ultralisk down. Getting up this ramp would be humongous for everything. Radiating the Ultralisk would be a big deal. Reinforcements coming in from the top right corner, though, trying to defend this right side 3 o'clock base. Ultras outnumbered. Stim's looking good. Sharp! Hang on a second, Sharp. What do we got going here, folks? What are we doing? Okay. That's it. 5th hatch down. That's the kind of thing he needs to do to win this game. Where are the Defilers? There's one. There's a wiggly boy. Can he get the Defiler up on this bunker? Can he get the Dark Swarm up here in time? He can. He does get it. This is massive. This is the end of times for this base. Like, you're sitting here at a Terran base trying to defend it, and all of a sudden an orange cloud pops up over your head. You're a dead nerd. You know it. You feel it in your bones. You're toast. So it's a base for a base here, but Sharp's okay with that. I think he's okay with maybe losing this one. He'll lift it. He can bring it back later. Once again, is he going to try to poke in here? Man, a drop up here I think would be pretty sick, actually. But again, I think SOULKEY would sniff it out as a larger problem. Ah! That's a bad place for a Dark Swarm, too. Not right on top of the bunker. That would be a worse place for the Dark Swarm. Look at these guys point blank shooting this Ultralisk right in the face and can't get any damage off because of the orange, dude. Ah, Sachila Orange. Oui, oui. Okay, can we bust in here? There's nothing in that Dark Swarm current. Okay, now there is. There's some Lings in that Dark Swarm. Ah, but the Dark Swarm and the Ultras are on your side of the map now, Sharp. Not how this is supposed to go. Yeah, the sound of Ultras roaring, the sound of Lings exploding, the sounds of medics going, ah! SOULKEY's holding on his side. Sharp is falling apart on his side. Like, that's it. That's all there is to this. He doesn't have anything going on. He killed that one hatch, immediately lost a base, lost another base, lost a bunch of SCVs. I mean, these irradiates doing damage to the SCVs too, but you can't really help it as a Terran player. Not much you can do about it whatsoever. And it's 137 to 117 supply. SOULKEY's up, but it's not like it's that up. Okay, another hatch killed. Another feather in Sharp's cap here. Hold your horses. This might actually... Sharp may be stabilizing a bit. Tiny bit stabilizing. This group gets murdered for killing that hatch. Seems like it's only fair. An eye for an eye. 12. Okay, trying 12 o'clock is SOULKEY. He's a little bit scrambling to get a 5th base, if we're being clear, right? This didn't happen. This didn't happen. This is now trying to happen. And he's going to try to keep some pressure up on Sharp on this side of the map so that 12 o'clock does actually happen. Okay, but actually, maybe don't send your SCVs back to where the 9-kill, 10-kill Ultralisk with 52 hit points is, please. Please, no. Wait, where are the battle cruisers? Did this man decide battle cruisers were not actually the answer? Did he send them on a mission down this way and they got killed immediately? I might have to rewind this cast and see if the battle cruisers actually got produced and if they made anything, because I don't feel like they did right now. I could be wrong, but I don't feel like they did. So Sharp's 4th base is still not happening. His 3rd base is back. Minor victory. Muta's chasing the... This is actually a pretty decent sign vessel count, guys. Not bad. Really not bad at all. And, oh, look who found... Dude, Sharp found the 12 o'clock. He managed to get up here. How'd he do... What a Houdini this man is. This game... I might have to epic tag this game. This is nuts. Sharp! Come on, Sharp. You got this. I believe in you. Oh, the 3rd base is getting chomped apart, though. There's another lift. The Mutas are finding the science vessels that are already plagued. No! No! Sharp! Sharp taps out at 24 minutes and 56 seconds. No! No! Oh, what an absolutely brutal loss there from Sharp. Dude, he had SOULKEY contained to 4 bases. He killed the 5th base attempt 3 times. But this is happening. And the 3rd base is not happening. He doesn't have the money to make anything else, and he's really beset upon his natural base, and he might not be able to make enough to retake the 3rd base, and I mean, it's 145 supply from SOULKEY. It's not like he's maxed out. He's just that scary is what he is. So yeah, I get the feeling this is what a lot of SSL Season 1 finals looked like, right? This, like, Sharp playing well, maybe getting some drops off, denying some bases, but at the end of the day, SOULKEY's just kind of slipping in here, man. All right. Well, that's a GG. And again, be sure to check out Polls.it, the sponsor of today's cast. Link in the description. Signing up gives Falcon Paladin a bonus. In addition to the support he's getting from Polls.it, rather. Check it out. Fun place to be. Use it to poll your friends about where you want to eat lunch today, or what football game you want to go to, or who you think's going to win the next SSL, right? Check out Polls.it, man. All right. So let's check out this final score here. The base denials. The base denials. I thought they were going to be enough. 196,000, 181,000 points here. SOULKEY outproduced, got out, killed, wide margin, narrow margin. Structures raised, 9-4. Total spent, 58,000 to 45,000 there. A pretty big margin for 24 minutes here, despite not having the 5th base. So that's a GG. That's what I like to call a good game. Should I epic tag that? Let me know in the comments. That's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.